To you by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls. Right now, we have got a bout between the Babe City Rollers out of Bemidji, Minnesota, going up against the ICT Roller Girl All-Stars out of Wichita, Kansas. Mike, do you want to go ahead and just run through the Babe City roster for us today?
Absolutely. Skating for Babe City here this morning, we have number 1118, Glitter and Guts. Number 13, Mischief Managed. 1724 is Wicked Vixen. 1917, Olive Mayhem. Number 365, A Salty Misdemeanor. Number 4.0 is Nerdzilla. 76, Bohemian Bombshell. Number 789, Ida Soccer. 84 is Lollygagger. Number 9, Oh No Jojo. And number 96, Beside a Bomber.
All right, thank you, sir, for that. And right now, in our first jam of the bout, we have got number 11, Dogpile Diva, out there for the ICT Roller Girls All-Stars. She is lead jammer and battling against her under the star number 84, Lollygagger. And as we are now on a scoring pass, let me go ahead and run through the ICT roster for this bout. We have got number 11, that is Dogpile Diva. Number 16, Annika Sorenslam. Number 1888 is Scotland a Hit. Number 350, Rachel Rage. Number 5, Beatrix Beatdown. 6462, Jackie O'Jaw. Number 69, Seymour Skin. Number B1 is Pooter Smacker. B52, Bomb Run Brit, and the X13 of Foxy Mauler.
And that last jam ended 0 points scored for either team. So just over 1 minute away, still no score on the board yet.
And we do have a whistle blow. A jam has begun, and this time wearing the stars for their respective teams, trying to push their way through the line. That, I believe, again, that's going to be Bomber, number 86 out there for Babe City, going up against Jackie O'Jaw, 64-62 for ICT. Both defenses working very hard right now to keep those jammers back. Pack is entering turn number 4, and lots of hits happening. We are still waiting for an established lead jammer, but the no pack is called, and it looks like Bomber is going to get that one.
As a pack stuck here at turn 1 now, both jammers breaking away. Bomber coming up on her first scoring pass here. Only got 3 blockers to get past, but they're doing a pretty solid job holding that inside line. She gets around on the outside, and that's going to be good for 5.
Absolutely, she did a good job avoiding the B1 Pooter Smacker there, trying to make that last-ditch effort there in turn number 2. But again, Bomber with a fast run and a power jam to boot right now. Bomber grabbing 5 points previously, another 5 points that time around as well. Again, the power jam in play currently for Babe City. And that passive offense, as always, hanging out, waiting for something to happen. And Bomber trying to push her way out.
Having a hard time there getting past Bomb Run Brit and Annika Sorenslam, doing a good job keeping that 2-all up at the front of the pack, solid.
Absolutely, and right now we do have an end to that power jam. So once again, that is Jackie O'Jaw out there struggling to make her initial pass for ICT right now. Again, ICT currently with the... Excuse me, I'm confusing myself. That's Babe City out there with the lead, 15 points. I don't know what I'm talking about. But again, ICT coming out of the box, Jackie O'Jaw, and they are looking for points now. Again, scoreless currently. And I didn't see the fingers. How many you see there, Mike?
I'm seeing 5 points there being put up for Beside a Bomber and the Babe City Rollers. So that should get them on the board now. ICT currently up 20 to should be 5.
Okay, and I am thinking Jackie did not make her way out, or not, that wasn't Jackie. Again, this red and black thing is killing me today, buddy.
It doesn't help that both teams have red and black incorporated in.
Definitely, so we will get a handle on ourselves. But right now, ICT is on top right now, 20-0. 4 minutes expired in our bout so far. This time out, we are going to see Bomb Run Brit on the track under the star for ICT, and pushing her way through number 76. That's Bohemian Bombshell for Babe City.
Both jammers trying to race around the track here, less than 10 feet between them. Pack's starting to slow down a little bit. Both teams trying to gain control. Solid black 3-wall at the front of the pack, trying to hold it. Nerdzilla holding that inside line.
And once again, we are going to see a scoreless jam between these two teams. Our score sitting at 20 points apiece, 25 and a half minutes left in period number 1. And once again, folks, if you are tuning in on ColoradoSports.TV, obviously you got to be if you're hearing what we're saying. Make sure while you're watching, you're enjoying the Mayday Mayhem tournament action all weekend long. Hit that donate button, folks. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of effort to put on a production like this. And definitely Colorado Sports TV doing a lot of those three things right now. So please make sure you hit that donate button, folks. They would love you and appreciate it for it.
All right, Lollygagger out in front, lead jammer for Babe City. Definitely something that Babe City needs right now, trying to get those points put up on that board. Babe City currently controlling the front of the pack as well, trying to slow things down for the jammer to get around quickly. But ICT trying to push them as hard as they can. Dogpile jamming currently for ICT.
Yeah, both jammers doing a great job, but right now, again, for Babe City with that lead jammer, Lollygagger, grabbing the 5 points the hard way there, passing all the bodies on the track, none in the box right now, so she's getting all the points clear and free. And she continues her scoring pass now. Once again, Dogpile Diva having a tough time, but finally breaking out of that pack, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Pack not making it easy for either jammer to get through on this pass. Lollygagger finds a way around the outside, picks up a few more, going to call it off. Looks like 4 points being earned on that last pass.
Yeah, I tell you what, right there at the end in turn one, a huge hit. Rachel Rage lays some smackdown on Ida Soccer. Just puts a shoulder into her. Great last-ditch effort to try to open up some outside lane there, but the jam getting called off. So we will move forward here. Looks like, again, we should see Jackie Oja out there for ICT. And I do believe that's going to be Bohemian Bombshell. We'll get a clarification on that here in just 1 second. That is, yes, a Bohemian Bombshell wearing the star for Babe City right now. And it looks like she's going to break free. So we have a lead jammer established. Once again, 2 jams in a row, Babe City getting that lead.
Yes, ICT had a very, very solid 3-ball at the front of the pack, holding her back. She was able to break through, 1 penalty being assessed for an out-of-play block.
And we've got 1 player apiece going to the box. Looks like that is number 5 for ICT, Beatrix Beatdown. And that is the 365 of a salty misdemeanor. Going to spend a little bit of time in the sin bin.
Okay, that's what we call an official timeout. Jammer going over talking to the scorekeepers. Trying to make sure all our scoring is correct on the official board.
All right, which gives us a moment, folks. Again, we want to thank RD Nation for being a smarter way to derby, bringing roller derby to the masses. They help leagues manage themselves better so they can skate more. Download the free software at rdnation.com. Again, it's a free software, but there is a donate button. Hit that button if you're looking to get that great program that we are using in-house and on the broadcast today.
That's right. So again, thanks to ColoradoSports.TV. Yes, you can donate, but you can also go and like their Facebook page to get updates in your news feed about all the great things that they do cover across the entire state of Colorado.
Yeah, they are definitely busy all the time, not just working roller derby from the north to the south end of Colorado, covering all sorts of other amateur sports, professional level sports, college sports.
Yeah, football, hockey, bowling, all sorts of great stuff. And you can get all that information off their Facebook page, facebook.com/ColoradoSports.TV.
Perfect. And a great bunch of folks that put that whole production on. So definitely support them because they support athletes all around the state of Colorado. But looks like we're about a minute and a half into our official timeout here, Mike. I know a lot of people may be thinking, what is ICT? What does that stand for? What is ICT, man?
That's a great question. Oddly enough, it's the airport code in Wichita. It's not an acronym like most people assume it is, but it is actually the 3-digit airport code for Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, well, there we go. And if you were wondering that, now you are enlightened. Thank you so much for that information, Mike. And looks like we are about 2 minutes into official timeout. I've heard a whistle, and I am seeing a hand go up, so we are going to have another jam starting. I do see out there for ICT, that will be B-52 Bomb Run Brit breaking immediately out of the pack to grab lead jammer, Lollygagger, number 84, for Babe City, right behind her in a battle of wheels and jammers.
And Lollygagger getting out in front, forcing that call off. So, again, another scoreless jam.
Yeah, that was quick. But you know what? And it looks like it looks like our scorekeepers were having some trouble. You noticed the scoreboard. The points have been put on the correct side. ICT. Oh, wait, hold on there.
No, bad scoreboard.
What do we got going on? Bad. We got some things happening here.
What's going on?
All right. Because I'm going to say that should be correct. I believe ICT should have the lead, but we've got some funkiness going on. So they'll go ahead and adjust that, and we'll get that figured out. But again, everybody that's tuning in today on Colorado Sports TV, we definitely appreciate you. We've got bouts all day long today, Mike. I don't know. I know last night we got out of here about 10 o'clock almost.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little bit later tonight, and then so we're going to run it all day long. We kick it back into drive tomorrow morning, starting at 9:30 with our first bout. And again, another full day of Derby.
Yeah, 42 games total between 3 days. We've got women's Derby, we've got men's Derby, we have juniors coming up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And we do have our brackets set up.
Yeah, this has been a struggle for a lot of people. It's actually a somewhat convoluted bracket. Obviously, if you've got the mindset where you can look at a bracket and say, "Hey, this is what it is." Well, unfortunately, we talk about things we don't, necessarily like brackets. But anyhow, you want to go ahead and just give us a rundown on what's going on currently with the bracket situation?
Sure. Essentially, the way it breaks down is we started off with 4 different pools for the skaters. For the women's pool, we have 4 different pools, 3 teams per pool. From there, we've got it broken down, win-losses for places throughout. And based off of yesterday's, we're still trying to get the rest of today's preliminaries in. But once that does, we'll start seeding the bracket pools. And I just got an update here. The scoreboard is now being corrected. Babe City is in the lead. ICT yet to put points on the board. And so for those of you watching at home, once we get back to the action here, and you'll be able to see that scoreboard.
Absolutely.
It actually looks like, thanks to our friends at Roller Derby Nation, we do have it feeding along the bottom of your screen.
Right, so it looks like right now that is correct. I do believe, yeah, looks like Babe City with 33 points. ICT still looking to score in our game this morning. So, and as always, we appreciate all of our volunteers, all of our NSOs, our skating officials. We've got a great team of announcers this weekend that you've been hearing from in-house and on the broadcast.
Absolutely. We also want to thank our photographers and EMTs and our photographer EMT.
Absolutely.
Photography.
She is awesome. She is the official photographer for the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls, but she is also just an amazing person, loves Derby and loves just being involved in. Fortunately, she's got the skills to help pay those bills, and the EMT comes in handy. So we definitely appreciate the double duty this weekend from Jaded Pixel Photography.
All right, getting back to the bracket information.
Pixel this. What am I thinking? Jaded
I don't
Pixel?
know.
I am going to name you Jaded Pixel. And so that is, and just so you know, I'm talking to the owner of Pixel This Photography because I just like the name. So anyhow, Pixel This Photography and EMT Services.
All right, like I said, getting back to the actual tournament standings here. It is a double elimination tournament. And with the 2 teams we have on the track here right now, they're both standing at 1-1. So this game will decide which of these 2 teams moves on and which one drops into the consolation bracket. So definitely a very important game for both teams here today.
Absolutely. Obviously, as of yesterday, we actually had 2 teams that were both lost both games and are in the start of the loser bracket. West Texas and Happy Valley, both unfortunately finding themselves with 2 losses, but they still have some more opportunities to play today. As we are finally back underway out there in front, that's Dogpile Diva, lead jammer for ICT, Bomber number 96, making her way around looking for points for Babe City right now. And looks like Babe City taking over the front of that pack. Oh, and a shoulder, but you know what, man? Dogpile Diva just absorbed that, stayed in bounds, quickly grabbed her 4 and called it off. But did you see the fingers for...
I see 3.
For Babe there? Okay. Yep, looks like we got a confirmation. Good. So, again, back in play. 21 and a half minutes left. Our score, Babe City 36, ICT currently with 4. And looks like as we line it up to lay it down.
Yeah, Babe City currently holding the front line. ICT right in the back, just in front of those jammers. Going for a good, strong start here, trying to hold them back.
Looks like, I believe that's going to be Bohemian Bombshell out there for Babe City. And again, that's going to be Jackie O'Jaw for ICT, trying to push their way through the opposing defenses right now. And it is a struggle. I tell you what, Babe City holding onto that front, but it's going to be a foot race. We're going to see who's our lead jammer. That is going to be Bohemian Bombshell, finding that inside of turn number 1 and slipping out of the pack. But Jackie O'Jaw not wasting any time. She is out of the pack and looking for points as well. So right now, the pack at a pretty good clip right now, coming into turn number 1. Trying to jostle for position. Oh, and a big shoulder as Bohemian Bombshell entering the back end of the pack, grabbing 1 point and laying her own smackdown on number 5, Beatrix Beatdown.
All right, I said Babe City currently 1 standing in the penalty box, so they're going to start this with a 4-on-3 pack disadvantage for them. So definitely going to try and get control quickly, get their jammer out in front early. Let's say with that 4th blocker standing, it's not going to be long before they get some reinforcements coming from the side.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously ICT needs to do everything they can to make this happen. And right now, again, that's Lollygagger, number 84, pushing her way through, wearing the star for Babe City. And again, that is Britt, Bomb Run Britt, number V52 for ICT, trying to push her way through. And that's going to be Ida Soccer heading to the box for an elbow. So once again, Babe City going to be down 1 defender.
All right, ICT currently their jammer out in front of the pack, starting her first scoring pass here. Babe City working her way through. Lollygagger's out in front, calls it off, picks up 4.
Well, it was a good job grabbing the 4, calling it off. You know, ICT is on the board, obviously, 41-4 right now. 19, just over 19 minutes left in our first period, so we got lots of time. Definitely the score. We'll see more points coming. So hopefully ICT able to get their feet underneath them and get some forward progress on the point scoring here. And Mike, as we get started once again, our next jam, that is Dogpile Diva, number 11 for ICT, blasting out of the pack, lead jammer call. Bomber number 96 wearing the star this time for Babe City.
As I said, both these 2 jammers featured very prominently in the rotation. So we got about a 2.5, 3 jammer rotation for both teams.
Oh, and bodies hitting the floor. That was Lollygagger, or excuse me, Bomber number 96 jammer going to her knees right at the pivot line. Oh, and bodies hitting the floor here in turn 2.
A very slick track we're working on here. Polished concrete is not the easiest surface in the world to skate on.
Right, yeah, if you're looking at it and you're seeing, you're like, gosh, that looks shiny. No, it really is. It's sort of like ice out there. But the last time around, that was Dogpile Diva. She did make her pass, grab 5 points that time. And we're going to see Ida Soccer heading back to the box. She just got out last jam, or went in last jam, got out, and heading back. So, again, Babe City having a tough time right now keeping all their defenders on the track.
Yeah, that's at least the 3rd time I've seen Ida Soccer go to the box so far in this period. You only get 7 trips to start with, so it's important to make sure you stay out of that box as much as possible in the first half of the game. Give yourself a little bit of room in the second half.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go in with less than half your trips left. Because, yeah, like you're saying, you have a whole other period of gameplay that you've got. And, unfortunately, some of these teams are coming into this tournament this weekend a little short-handed. I believe we are running, 10 and 11 players, ICT with 10 players. Babe City started this game with 11, so definitely cannot afford to lose any players to ejection due to accrued penalties.
And that is Lollygagger out front for Babe City, the lead jammer. Jackie O'Jaw about a half a track behind her. Both jammers really trying to put the speed on as they make their way up around to the pack. Lollygagger up on that front 4 wall of ICT defense. Can't break through. He's going to go ahead and call it off.
Yeah, it was a good job. They know that Lollygagger knows that her team's in the lead right now. They didn't need to score any points. They just need to maintain that right now. So she did wisely, just calls it off and avoids ICT from scoring any points as well.
Looks like she did put 2 on the board, so definitely a successful run there.
And right now, if you're looking at that scoreboard, 30 points separating these two teams, 43-13. Babe City on top, just over 16 minutes left in our first period. And again, we are live and worldwide right here via ColoradoSports.TV for the 2014 Mayday Mayhem tournament, brought to you by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls. Track 2 running. And what do you see happening out there right now, Mike?
So right now we've got Ida Soccer out of the box, wearing the star, doing a great job jamming so far. Lead jammer for Babe City. Other jammer right behind her, and that was Seymour Skins.
That was Bomb Run Brit, but
Well, I saw Seymour Skins out there somewhere.
she was out there. Yes, you did see her, and good job.
All right. It's still early for us here.
It is early. I'm still trying to work on my my second cup of coffee, but I usually get at least 3 in before I'm fully functional. So, anyhow, that was a quick, scoreless jam. We are back in play this time. It's going to be Dogpile Diva out there once again for ICT, and that is Lollygagger, number 84, wearing the star yet one more time for Babe City. Again, Diva grabbing the lead jam call, but Lollygagger right now about a third of the track behind her, and we'll see how Diva's going to play this one out. Obviously, they need as much scoring as they can get right now.
And ICT currently going to be one blocker short here. As one of their blockers goes in for a multiplayer block.
All right. Well, looks like Dogpile Diva did pick up 2 points on that, and we're able to keep Babe City scoreless. So, that is positive progress. And, again, very, very close score, 43-15, just under 15 minutes left in our first period.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of very close games here all weekend long so far, which, good sign. A lot of teams are evenly matched, makes for a much more exciting derby.
Yeah, it's fun watching, if it's your team, watching the big blowouts. But overall, those aren't the ones that you want to watch. You want to watch the ones that are close, that take a little bit here. And again, Bohemian Bombshell, she has done a great job. I would say at least 75% of her time out there grabbing that lead jammer call.
And definitely doing a great job working her way around the oval. ICT trying to control the front of the pack as they try and speed it up, make it a little harder for her to get around and catch up. But she does manage to make her way up and through the pack, gets around there we go, past all the ICT blockers. That's going to be good for the full 5.
Absolutely. Well, and Jackie Ojaw out there, she is struggling right now to even make an initial pass. Just takes a huge shot coming into turn number 3, and we have one of our Babe City skaters. Looks like may have bounced the dome off the track surface. Unfortunately, looks like Wicked Vixen, but she is going to be attended to by our EMT. So we will keep an eye on that and keep you apprised off the track. But again, we just want to make sure that they are okay, and we cannot begin play until our EMTs are once again able to watch the gameplay as it happens. So
yeah, it looks like she did bounce the back of her head off of the floor, was able to get herself up off the track, so that's a good sign. But our EMTs are over there right now checking it out, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, as we always say, never like to see them go down, and so we're going to wait to see if we see Wicked Vixen getting back up here, and I think we will. It's just one of those shots, just fell sort of funky, and nothing like concrete to ring the bell a little bit there.
Absolutely. Probably seeing a few stars. Give her a few minutes. That should hopefully clear up, and she'll be able to get back up and skate back on over to where she should be. Let's say it's a very, very slippery floor over on this side of the building. We've seen a lot of people wiping out because of it. If you're not used to skating on polished concrete, it's incredibly hard to do. But she is back up.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we wanted to see.
Yep. Exactly. Give her a couple of jams to sit it out and shake it off, and we should see her back here before too long. But again, as we got a moment here to get back in the swing of things, again, if you're hearing our voices, if you're watching what's happening, that's because you've tuned into ColoradoSports.TV. And folks, hit that donate button, because they put a lot of time, money, effort into making this happen. And they've been here from the start of our first bout. They're going to be here till the end of our bouts today. And we appreciate them. Show that you appreciate them as well. Hit that donate button, whatever you can. They're happy to accept. So, and we definitely appreciate it. again, as they're able to bring Colorado-based roller derby live and worldwide. So as we are back in play, what do we got going on, man?
We got Bomber from Babe City breaking through an ICT 2-wall to get that lead jammer. Already coming up on her next scoring pass. ICT's jammer trapped at the back of the pack. Lollygagger dropping way back. It's like Bomber on Britt putting the star on for ICT. She works her way here back up. Both jammers out, being trapped behind some pretty solid defense.
Absolutely, yeah. Britt definitely having a tough time. Babe City bringing it together. They've got the good bridge going between for the pack. They've got 3 defenders keeping Britt just out of the even. I mean, just anywhere from, getting anywhere near the front of that pack as Bomber now makes her way through. She is lead jammer and already seen the signal. So if she makes a scoring pass, she is going to get that jammer point right now. But looks like Britt finally finds an opening, breaks free, and looking to score for ICT.
Yeah, right now both teams with 1 blocker in the box. They went in pretty much simultaneously, and both now standing. So they're going to start off this next jam 3-on-3 in the pack for about 9 seconds or so.
All right. Well, Babe City able to rack up 10 points on that last jam, so that's going to extend their lead 61-15. We are just under 12 minutes left in period number 1. So
only 46 points separating these two teams right now. Not at all a wide margin for roller derby.
No, not at all. We have a whole brand new game coming up after our halftime break, so we will definitely see what ICT can do to maybe make some adjustments and bring it for the second half. This time it's going to be Dogpile Diva number 11 wearing the star once again for ICT, breaking free of the pack first. Ida Soccer number 789 wearing the panty, the star panty, for Babe City. She finally finds an opening, escapes the pack, and now looking to score for her ladies in black.
And Babe City controlling the front of the pack here, trying to set up a 3-wall. Looks like she is through. Oh, she was going to try and call it off, but she got a back block.
Oh, that is definitely not what ICT needed. Boy, they had the lead. They had the opportunity to score, and unfortunately, that kind of penalty, it's one of those. It's just, it happens. It's so quick. You extend those arms, and there's your back block. So
yeah, it's incredibly easy to do. But Ida Soccer picking up a 5-point grand slam on this last pass. Coming through her ground now. It should be good for another 5. There it is. Quickly working her way back around. So Babe City going with the passive offense right now, making it easier for her to catch up.
All right, we do have Dogpile Diva. She is standing in the box, so less than 10 seconds, and she will rejoin play. But we are going to go the full 2 minutes here. Obviously, our lead jammer sent to the box. That removes the ability for anybody to call this off. So we'll see a natural conclusion. But one more time, Ida Soccer picking up all 5 points.
Dogpile Diva now back in the pack, trying to work her way up around the front, finds an inside line. Nice and easy. That's going to be good for 4 points.
And once again, Ida Soccer, man, she is just battling against that ICT defense right now. Oh, and they force her down on the apex between turns 1 and 2, skating back, bridging all the way back. She's going to come into play right about the jammer line, and so she does. But in the meantime, Dogpile Diva grabbing 4 more points for ICT. So, definitely coming out of that box. Not necessarily a bad thing for her.
No, not at all.
I believe it looks like a total of 8 for her, but Babe City doubles that with 19, or doubles plus, I guess, double plus. Score sitting now 80-23, under 9.5 minutes here in period number 1. And go ahead, Mike.
I say Babe City's starting to slowly spread this margin here. It's still, it has not been a very fast progression from, the very close score that it was to slightly wider now. And with less than 10 minutes in the half, ICT still has plenty of time to try and catch that back up.
Yeah, we are only 57 points separating these two teams. So I know that throughout yesterday we saw a couple of power jams that would have equaled that. And again, we have a lot of time left. So more scoring to come. This time out, Jackie O'John wearing the star for ICT. And again, that is the number 84.
Lollygagger.
Yes, and Lollygagger, man, she has had a great bout so far. Again, I would say the majority of her jam attempts have resulted in lead. So she's having a great time out there. And again, looking to score. But Jackie O'John through the pack, about a half track behind right now. Actually, a little more than that. Nope, catching up, but Lollygager again, her initial scoring pass, going to grab a couple at least.
I say ICT doing a good job staying at the front of that pack, trying to keep that pack moving as quickly as they could. They're actually able to hold the front very well for about a lap and a half when Babe City finally started breaking in, got themselves a goat, and then started destroying that through wall at the front.
Yeah, that was definitely a good job. But Babe City able to extend their lead out a little bit more here. So we are at, what is that? Trying to do the math. Yeah, forget that.
59.
Thank you. So we're sitting actually at the same scoring differential that we were a couple of jams ago. But right now, yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to do math, Mike.
Home run Brit for ICT out in front. Lead jammers is exactly what IC needs to get going right now.
Yeah, once again, Bomber wearing the panty, the star panty for the Babe City, but she is currently being trapped behind a 3-wall, turning into a 2-wall, and then a heavy shoulder sets her back briefly again. And looks like we have a couple of players going off, one apiece. That's number 5 for ICT Beatrix Beatdown.
I believe that's Wicked Vixen for Babe City.
Good. Hey, and Wicked Vixen, the one going down hard, bouncing her skull. Good to see her back in play. At least if, she's sitting in the box, we know that she's up and going.
Obviously recovered well, so that's, a great sign.
Very much so. And Brett, she's going to grab 5 on that pass.
Bomber having completed her initial pass. This is going to be her first scoring run. And Bomber on Britt getting a cutting penalty.
Oh, so definitely, once again, ICT, they had control of it, and then just those little mistakes that happen so fast, you have no way to even try to counter them. So once again, Babe City with the power jam in play. Looks like right now ICT with the defensive advantage, 3-on-2 in the pack. But you know what, Bomber, she just able to skate right through, stretch that pack out, and grab the 5 points available.
And again, we're seeing a lot more passive offense here. So definitely a growing trend in the sport. Let's say teams are trying to figure out ways to work against it. Say when you have that solid defense at the front, try and find ways to open up holes.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, with the new rule change to where we gone to 30-second penalties, we've seen, it's changed a little bit already. Definitely, again, like you were saying, it forces teams to try to overcome that.
Yeah, so you don't see the gigantic scores being run up that you did before when you had a full minute for a jam to just make lap after lap around.
Yeah, that is the truth. And right now, looks like we have wrapped that jam up. 5.5 minutes left. 15 points on the jam for Babe City, 9 for ICT. Our score sitting 97-32. So, Babe City has tripled the scoring differential over ICT right now. But it looks like we have a timeout.
Yeah, I believe this one called by ICT, trying to regroup, figure out where they need to move from here to maybe slow down Babe City a little bit, trying to speed themselves up in the process, get a few more points on the board. But that last jam, there's only a 6-point scoring differential between the two teams. Babe City with 15 points, ICT with 9. So not a bad jam for either team.
No, I would agree. It was good. It was fast. They were doing everything they could, but again, just Babe City coming out on top with the points once again. So as we still have a few seconds left in our timeout, definitely want to give another big shout out to a sponsor of Colorado Sports TV. That is Sticker Giant. They are the custom sticker experts. They are the official sticker company of ColoradoSports.TV. Check them out online at www.stickergiant.com. Use the code ROLLERDERBY, 2 words, at checkout and get 10% off your order.
All right, back to the track here. ICT holding the front of the pack with a solid 3-wall. As Lollygagger jamming for Babe City, trying to break through. Dogpile Diva trying to get through the Babe City defense in the back. And neither jammer really having an easy time getting through. Lollygagger tries to shoot around the outside. Dogpile Diva on the inside, shoots in the middle, gets forced into the infield by Mischief Managed and Oh No Jojo.
Yeah, it was a great job. Both defenses immediately as they knock the jammers out, you see them bridging back. Again, that forces the jammer to have to skate all the way back behind that final defender to enter play to avoid the track cut. And it looks like, unfortunately, Lollygagger does not experience that happiness because she is going to the box for a track cut.
But that's okay, because in the meantime, Dogpile Diva does have lead jammer, so ICT, that timeout definitely working for him. Looks like they've got a little bit of forward momentum built up here. Hopefully they can keep that rolling and turn it into some serious points.
Exactly, and again, Dogpile Diva pushing her way through Bohemian Bombshell to grab the natural grand slam. All 5 points collected, and again, passive offense sitting there in turn number 4. And right now we're going to see ICT, they move out of their passive offense, start pushing forward, trying to create a opening. And that okay, because, boy, Dogpile Diva took a huge drop. Was that, I believe that was number 9, Ono Jojo, that took her down. Legal hit, but unfortunately something happened, and we've got a forearm that's going to send Dogpile Diva to the box.
Yeah, forearm initiating that entire contact there right here on turn 1.
Yeah, definitely not what she wanted, not what ICT needed, but Lollygager going to run this one out in the power jam, and which means with that started about 15, 20 seconds left, so they will start the next jam with at least about a 10-second power jam as well. So once again, this working in Babe City's favor, that last jam taking them over the century mark, 102 to ICT's 37. They did get 5 points on that jam, though, Mike, so it wasn't, looks like we just had an update, so a total of 8 points.
So, yeah, ICT winning the jam out. So they,
Yep.
Still winning, so updated score. Quit changing the scoreboard.
Right. Oh, wait. Up and down. Hold on. We believe, okay, it sat there for a few seconds. So our score, 102-40, just under 3 minutes left. And this time, that's going to be the 19-17 of All of Mayhem, her first time wearing the star in this bout.
Yeah, and getting out in front, Lee Jammer gets a little tripped up, though, and forced to coming back behind the pack as Dogpile Diva comes out of the box, working her way quickly up into the middle, trying to get around Babe City's defense. Wicked Vixen all over the place, just holding her back. But she does get through, but not before All of Mayhem gets Lee Jammer.
All right, now again, about a quarter of a track separating these two skaters as they engage the packs in between turns 3 and 4 right now. Bodies just hits flying, bodies slamming. Looks like 1 point going to go on the ICT side, showing 1 point for Babe City, so they trade single points there as we are approaching the 2-minute mark here in period number 1. So this we see that scoreboard, and obviously it's not quite reflecting the intensity of the play we've seen so far.
No, so if you ignore the actual total score and just look at it jam by jam, points being put on the board, ICT is really the last 3 or 4 jams adjusted well and keeping that score very close per jam. Like I say, this is 2 jams in a row they've went point for point.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for breaking that down, Mike. Right now we got Lollygagger wearing the star for Babe City. She is lead jammer. Jackie O'Jaw getting knocked down in turn number 2. Gets up quickly, now forced to battle her way from a 3-pack into a 3-wall into a 2-wall, 3-pack into a 6-pack, and gosh, I must be thinking about after the day today. But
ICT trying to throw Annika Soren slam into Lollygagger, but Lollygagger bounces right off it, stays up, stays in bounds, continues around.
Yeah, the one skate slalom move, that was pretty fantastic there. Oh, and Lollygagger takes a big shot in the face almost as she was outside her coming back into play. So she's going to reset, try that scoring run once again. Jackie O'Jaw now has escaped the pack. She is eligible to score, but she's got quite a bit of ground to catch up here as you see Babe City setting up to just absorb her and hold her back, and we are going to see that happen. So 3 points now for Babe City in addition to the 5 points from the previous pass. So a total of 8-0 on the jam for Babe City.
I said Babe City obviously paying attention to what ICT has been doing. They're adjusting well now as well. So we're getting a lot more back and forth action right now than we've seen.
Yeah.
For the most part in the half. It's been fairly even, but now we're starting to see a trade back and forth.
Right, and we are under 10 seconds on the period clock, so we are shortly going to be on jam time. This is going to be our final jam of period number 1 here. Looks like Wicked Diva taking Britt off the track. B52, that is Bomb Run Britt wearing the star once again for ICT. Getting forced off the track again by Wicked Vixen. And looks like she is just going to go ahead and wait until time elapses.
I'll say All of Mayhem dropping back halfway around the track.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just wasting time. Looks like Olive waiting for her final. 4th defender coming back into play. And that, I believe, was Mischief Managed that was in the box, comes back in. So now we're looking at full strength defenses playing it out here. And you know what, Bomb Run Brett not wasting any time, Mike. She just jumps right out, grabs that lead.
Middle, yep.
So, definitely be good, ICT, obviously, to go into halftime on an upswing if they can grab some points. But again, overall, they really have performed well this first half.
And Bomb Run Brett dropping like it hot, picked up 4, calls it off. So a little bit of last-second momentum here going into the half. With that, it should bring us Babe City 113, ICT 45.
All right, so that is the end of our first period here. And again, you are watching Track 2 at Mayday Mayhem 2014, brought to you by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls via ColoradoSports.TV. Folks, we will be back in 14 and a half minutes. So go grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, and be ready for more.
All right.
All right, well, welcome back to Track 2. Again, the super fast halftime. Again, breaking it down 5 minutes just to get caught up due to some, we'll call them technical difficulties earlier, Mike.
Yes, that's a good phrase for it. The difficulties were being technical.
Absolutely. So they're running through a quick visual inspection, make sure everybody's got their equipment and it's attached. And as we always say, smile and wave to the referees. So again, welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV, bringing you live and archive coverage of the 2014 Mayday Mayhem tournament, brought to you by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls. Again, I am MC Unreal.
My name is Rock the Mike.
And we are happy to be here. Oh, man, lots of Derby this weekend. Again, how many bouts did we have all weekend long there, Mike?
42 just for this tournament, plus the other 7 for the Thin Air Throwdown that ColoradoSports.TV is also covering between the Denver Roller Dolls, the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, the Windy City Rollers, and the machine that is Gotham Roller Derby.
Yeah, so it is a great weekend of Derby here in Colorado. So, again, if you are not able to be here, make sure you tell your friends and your family. Go to ColoradoSports.TV for all the action. And as we are underway, that is going to be Dogpile Diva Lead Jammer going up against
Lollygagger right behind her. I mean, these two are neck and neck as they make their way around.
Yeah, literally right behind her, like on her hip. Oh, the little jammer on jammer action going to create 0 points. Is that one getting called early? So, got a gravity check there at the jammer line. That was at 81 for ICT. B1 Pooter Smacker trying to hustle out there and get the spot. But
yeah, we verified the gravity still is in fact working here on Track 2.
It is. It is shiny. It is slick, but there is still gravity.
Yes, very low coefficient of friction on this track here.
Oh, well, I tell you what, Skate Rat's been a great vendor to have here this weekend, man. I know that they have sold out on anything softer than like a 90 on their wheels. So they stocked up. They've got more. So again, Skate Rats out of Fort Collins, great folks, Brian and Kristen over there. Appreciate them taking care of our skaters this weekend. So we are back underway, Mike. We got another jam in play.
Yeah, we do. Beside a bomber, jamming for Babe City with the lead jammer status, trying to get through this 3-wall of ICT defense. In the meantime, Jackie Ojaw trying to get past her own 3-wall of Babe City defense in the back. But it looks like Bomber gets through. That's going to be good for all 5.
Yes.
She's lining up for the next pass.
Yeah, Jackie O'Josh still struggling, but finally out of turn 4, right about the jammer line, breaking through the pack and looking to score as well. Oh, and we got bodies on the floor. Sorry, didn't mean to scream in your ear there, but that one came quick. That was, looks like Ida Soccer, and then number 16, Annika Sorenslam, involved in a little tangle, but it was ruled clean, so everybody skates off.
Yeah, it's just a couple of very big hits right there at turn 1, and us being right off of turn 1. I can feel the air moving from the impact.
Yes, who needs a vortex cannon when we have Derby girls?
That's right.
And so we're going to line this one up and get ready to roll once again. Under 27 and a half minutes left. Our score, Babe City scoring 7 on that last jam, 120-45. And that's going to be Bomb Run Britt wearing the star for ICT.
I believe that's going to be Lollygagger. Don't quote me yet.
No, I believe.
No, go ahead and quote me. It is Lollygagger.
Okay, yep. You the man.
And Lollygagger out in front with that lead jammer.
All right, and so actually Britt getting forced back to the pivot line, having to recycle back again. Lollygagger, lead jammer. She is trying to push her way through on a scoring pass now as Britt finally escaping the pack coming into turn number 3. Oh, but Lollygagger getting tangled up over in turn 3 as well, forced off the track. Looks like she did get 3 on the pass, though. Before she wisely calls it off now. Obviously Babe City with a pretty good lead right now. Really, it's more about, I think, clock management for them.
Definitely, yeah. So racking up these small point jams, steadily increasing. You don't really need to go for the big 25, 30-point jams. You just do the small ones repeatedly, control the other blocker, or other jammer, keep them from getting through. That's how you steadily increase like that.
Yeah, that is the truth. And obviously, the important thing right now for both teams is going to keep especially for ICT, is to keep their jammer on the track. Now, I haven't seen a lot of power jams this game, but we are going to see one right now, and I am so sorry. I did not mean to jinx you there, ICT, but Babe City is going to have a power jam.
It's not a jinx. You're just predicting the future.
Was that what it was?
That's exactly what it is. But it's okay because ICT right now with a 4-on-2 advantage in the pack. So that's going to help them out defensively here, trying to hold Babe City's jammer. Great hit there, knocking her out of bounds into the infield. Oh,
but unfortunately, that was tough break. That was the 350 of Rachel Rage putting that final hit, but she was just outside that contact area, and so she is going to go on an out-of-play trip to the box. And once again, the power jam briefly continues, and then it ends. Bohemian Bombshell jamming for Babe City, grabbing 5, calls it off, and able to keep ICT scoreless that time around.
But again, that was only a 5-point jam, so ICT doing a good job there defensively, holding her back as long as they did.
Yeah, that is very much the case as they line it up. Right now ICT, within, what is that, about 80 points, 83 points, I believe.
Roughly somewhere around there.
Right around there. Don't want to be approximate or exact, but either or. Boy, I just totally gave myself a wide range, either exact or.
Have you tried being a weather forecaster?
Yeah, it's cold, it's windy. Yeah, I could do that, especially here in Colorado, because I'm actually really surprised that Colorado weather people actually are able to retain a job, because it changes on them so quickly.
Yes, I imagine it's quite difficult.
Absolutely, and especially knowing the supposed forecast for tomorrow here in Colorado. Obviously, we're looking at 50, 60 degrees yesterday and today. Yeah, we're looking at possibility of 12 inches of snow tomorrow. So
a good reason to stay home. Pull up ColoradoSports.TV. Tell all your friends.
Absolutely, and click that donate button while you're watching, because again, ColoradoSports.TV, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort put into this, and we definitely love to see them get a little something back from helping us out this weekend with Wild West. Wild West. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I'm thinking. I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking beside a bomber, jamming for Babe City, gets through lead jammer, lining up her scoring run. 2 wall of ICT defense at the front of the pack. She tries to break through on the outside, tries to cut up through the middle. Annika Sorenslam right there holding her back.
Yeah.
She gets free. She's out. That's good for 5.
The one thing I do have to say about my total misstep on my commentary there is I am the announcer for Slaughterhouse, and since it's our tournament, Yeah, that was really a huge faux pas. So, ladies and gentlemen of Slaughterhouse Roller Derby, I am so sorry. Not to mention the fact that Wild West is a great tournament as well, and Slaughterhouse actually competed in that. But, yes, we are here in Colorado, not in Washington, and this is Mayday Mayhem 2014.
It just shows that there's a lot of derby happening all over the country. One of the fastest growing sports in the world.
It absolutely
is. And the WSTDA doing a great job to continue further expanding their efforts. This being a fully sanctioned tournament, we've got a lot of rankings at stake here as this tournament comes out.
Yes, we do, and lots of teams playing hard. And as we are starting once again, right around 23 minutes left here in our second period, that's Jackie O'John wearing the star, going up against the number 9 of Oh No JoJo. Now, JoJo only, I believe, her second time under the star this game.
Yes, and JoJo doing a great job here. In warm-up, she'd actually got a little tripped up. Looks like she twisted her ankle, but she seems to be recovering from that just fine. And she works her way around the inside line, gets up in the middle of the pack, calls it off, picking up 2?
I believe that was 2.
Looks like 2.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, it's going to allow Babe City to extend their lead a little bit more now, 139-45. We are going to have a timeout being called by ICT, and looks like that's one timeout used apiece right now, with just over 22 and a half minutes left in our second period on track 2.
Yes, and after the last timeout, ICT had done a good job adjusting. We're able to hold them for a couple of jams, put some points of their own on the board. So hopefully they can use this timeout as a momentum shift, get back in the game here, and try and decrease that margin that Babe City's leading by.
Yeah, definitely, because, I mean, really at this point, again, yeah, ICT, all they can focus on is points right now. If they want to keep it even anywhere close, they have got to do the best they can. So they're getting their heads together, see what's going to happen. But again, Babe City doing just a great job taking command of both the offense and the defense this period so far.
Yes, and as we get ready to line this up for the next jam here, Babe City already owning the front side of that pivot line, or jammer line.
And as we start, it looks like that's going to be Bohemian Bombshell out there for Babe City going up against Bomb Run Brit. The defensive advantage right now in the hands of Babe City. 4-on-3 pack as our countdown begins and ends with that whistle. The jam starts. And right now, Bohemian Bombshell pushing. That is number 5 and number 16. Annika Sorensen, number 16. Number 5, Beatrix Beatdown, holding her back just briefly because Bohemian Bombshell is lead jammer. But Britt finds the opening. Looking for points now for ICT. And we got an ICT 3-wall that's briefly keeping Bohemian Bombshell back, but she's going to grab 4 points and call it off. I do see a signal, a multiplayer block being signaled by El Flaco out there. Now it looks like that is going to send Beatrix Beat down to the box.
Yeah, so right now, ICT going to have 2 blockers in the box. Definitely puts them on a serious disadvantage here against Babe City's full 4 blockers.
Yeah, and so we're going to get ready, get set to go. Again, 4 points for Babe City that time, 143-45, almost 100-point difference here.
I'm going to say it's going to be Lollygagger jamming for Babe City, Jackie O'Jaw, or is that Dogpile Diva? That is Dogpile Diva.
Yes, sir, good call there. But Lollygagger not wasting any time out of turn 2, jumping out of the pack. Lead jammer called. Oh, and Dogpile Diva taking a big hit coming into turn 4 and another big hit, but she's staying in bounds. I tell you what, she is dealing, who is that? The 7, 8, 9 of Ida Soccer. Some great positional blocking, and now she's got Wicked Vixen tangling her up.
Yes, and Ida Soccer, a lot of penalties racked up in the first half. Looks like she's definitely paying attention to that. Figured out what she needs to do to stay on the track. Because getting that many penalties racked up, it puts you at a serious disadvantage later on in the game because you do face the possibility of fouling out.
It definitely does. And I tell you what, Babe City doing a good job holding Dogpile Diva back for 45 seconds. Again, allowing... Sorry, that was... Oh, okay. Totally just blank there. So sorry. That was number 70. Who was that? 78. Lollygagger, 84. Oh, my gosh. I'm starting to think. I was thinking it was Bohemian Bombshell. I was like, wait, no, that was the previous jam. So, again, Lollygagger with a great job. Grabs her 4, calls it off. and again keeps ICT scoreless. And now they have extended that lead by 102 points. As we are back underway again, ICT starting with a disadvantage here on the defense.
Yes, it's really important. You got to manage your penalties here, especially now coming up in the second half. Everybody starts to get tired. Both teams skating with only 10 or 11 skaters. So you're going to get a lot more tired a lot faster. So it's important to be careful that you don't commit those penalties so you can stay on the track as long as possible and keep your other teammates from having to spend more time.
Exactly, yeah. The more, and obviously, oh no, tough break. Looks like Bomber. She thought she went down, was able to get off the track, but picked up the cut in the process. So ICT once again in a good position with Jackie Ojaw out of the pack and eligible to score. Again, the power jam now in play for ICT, and we got some passive offense coming out of turn number 2. So it was passive for a moment, and then ICT pushing, trying to break up that 3 wall of Babe City, and they succeed in doing that as Jackie picking up 5 points, out of the grand slam on that pass.
That's right, sliding right around the outside. No lead jammer on the track now, so this one will go the full 2 minutes, giving Jackie Ojaw a little bit of time here to try and rack up some more points. Slides around the inside, getting past Glitter and Guts. That's going to be good for another 5.
Yeah, that was a fantastic job of staying in bounds. Boy, she took a good hit, just sort of went sideways with her skates, staying in bound. And Bomber is back in play, and that was number 69, Seymour Skins. That could have been construed as an elbow, in my opinion, but I don't know that she quite made contact, because if she would have, I think that might have been the middle of Bomber's face.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about reffing is, like, as far as making the calls go, you have to see initiation, you have to see the contact, you have to see the impact, and if you don't get all of that, you can't make the call.
Exactly, and that's why these refs are amazing, because they are making those calls at speed while things are happening. So you want to talk about seeing the future a little bit. They got some a little bit of skills, I think, that direction. But, and as always, we appreciate our skating officials, our non-skating officials, our awesome announcing crew, our other volunteers that are making Mayday Mayhem 2014 happen.
Yeah, there are literally hundreds of people involved to make this tournament happen, and we could not do it without each and every single one of them.
Absolutely. As anybody watching Derby knows, it is a pay-to-play sport. Nobody getting paid to be here. It's about love. It's about promoting Derby and giving these great teams an opportunity to put it out there. So I see a new jammer to the lineup here for ICT.
We've got Scotland a hit. Lead jammer, ICT, working her way around. I think they're going to try and change up their jammer rotation here, get some fresher skaters in.
Yeah, definitely need to do something. Again, they have closed the gap a little bit between Babe City right now. With just only 98 points now separating them with just over 17 minutes left. It's a pretty good gap to try to surmount here. But, obviously ICT doing whatever it takes. That was a scoreless jam, so a good job, keeping Babe City from getting on the board.
That's right. Sometimes it's just about stopping the other team's momentum. A 0-0 jam is better than, not getting anything going.
Yep, definitely. And again, it's if you can slow the momentum down, you have the opportunity to turn it around. And right now we're going to see Bomb Run Britt doing just that as she breaks out of the pack. Lead jammer has been called. Bohemian Bombshell is her competition under the star right now, and she is going to break free of the pack in turn number 3.
All right, Babe City trying to get to the front of that pack, trying to speed it up, avoid becoming points. The Bomb Run Britt makes her way up into the middle. She's past 2. Did she get past Glitter and Guts? I don't think she did.
Still waiting. I think we're still waiting for an official point count.
There we go, Jammer dropping off the points. Right. She did pick up 3.
All right, well, that was a good
job. She did
job.
get around Glitter and Guts there for that 3rd point.
She did. It just a matter of shifting the hips just enough. So, again, great job to grab the 3, call it off. Again, just slowly whittling away up against that Babe City lead as Lollygagger for Babe City, though, quickly out of the pack. Lead jammer signaled, and Dogpile Diva getting around. I believe that was the 7-8-9 of Ida Soccer to look at scoring some points for ICT right now.
And Babe City trying to open up holes. But looks like Scott landed a hit, landing that hit there at the last second, forcing Lollygagger out of bounds with the call off.
It looks like she did collect 2 on that pass, though. So, it was a scoring pass for her.
And so again, we're starting to see some of that back and forth that we had a little bit in the late part of the first half.
Yeah, and right now we are approaching the halfway mark of our second period. 3 quarters done of our game here on track number 2 as we are back underway. That is going to be Bohemian Bombshell under the star for Babe City, and that is Jackie Ojaw jamming for ICT. And Bohemian Bombshell, once again, finding the front of the pack first to get that lead jammer call.
I'm saying ICT did something a little different here when this jam started out. They actually lined up at the pivot line, which we have not seen in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, what is the pivot line?
It's that funny line 30 feet in front of where they usually line up.
Right? As of a couple of years ago, everybody used to line up there, and then that shifted, and everybody taking over that jammer line to create that whole scrum start process. And
we're starting to see the strategy shift back and forth, because when you line up on the pivot line, you actually give your jammer a little bit more room to work with, a little bit more time to make decisions. Mm-hmm. We've also started to see jammers dropping back behind the jammer line for that same reason. So when you do have the scrum start, you see jammers line up, 10, 15 feet back so they can get a running start when the whistle blows.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And once again, the whistle blows. And we are back underway. That is the 96 of Bomber out there for Babe City. And again, Bomb Run Britt, though, her second jam in a row, picking up that lead jammer call, but jammer on jammer action. And she's going to go ahead and just call that off. So, as you said earlier, no points is better than letting the other team score any points. So, but we are back to our 100-point differential right now, 161-61, under 13 and a half minutes left in period number 2. And again, this is track 2 here at Wild West Showdown 2014. On the schedule for this one coming up, we are going to see some men's derby, and that's going to be the Red Deer Dreadnoughts taking on, I believe that is supposed to be the Cornstalkers. Yes, the Cornstalkers and the Dreadnoughts going to face off here. Was scheduled to start at 11:30. Again, we do know we are a bit behind. We'll get that caught up ASAP, and Lollygagger not lollygagging because she is going to get that lead jammer.
That was crazy. Both jammers coming out of the pack almost simultaneously. Dogpile Diva maybe a foot behind her from the inside. Lollygagger shoots around the out, just edges out in front of her to get that lead jammer status, and then immediately calls it off.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it is a matter of inches at times. So
a lot of great defense from both teams in the pack as they made their way around turn 2. It wasn't until they got to the straightaway when the jammers were able to finally break free.
And once again, we are lined up, ready to go. That's going to be Jackie Ojaw out there for ICT, and I believe she is going up against, get a tough spot to be here to try to call those jammers right off the bat. That is Bomber. 96. Yeah, Bomber once again getting the call. I think we saw this matchup just jam before last.
Yes, the Bomber definitely taking a lot of turns in the rotation here, and for obvious reasons as she gets through lead jammer. About a quarter lap in front of the pack, working her way about halfway around now. Jackie Ojaw trying to get through. Ida Soccer doing a good job holding her back.
She did. That's just some great positional blocking there. Again, Jackie Ojaw just not able to make that pass, and unfortunately getting forced inside of turn number 3. Has to recycle back briefly as Bomber makes the pass and picks them all up. The grand slam that time. But there we go. Jackie Ojaw finally finding the exit of the pack there in turn number 2.
And we've got Ida Soccer going back to the penalty box for an out-of-play blocking penalty. So that's at least 4 trips now. So her first trip this half that I've seen.
So definitely, it was a good job, like you said, being aware of where she started this half at. As we got Jackie making the pass and a power jam now in play for ICT. She got 5 that time. I did not see what the signal was that sent Bomber to the box, but definitely a good thing. And she takes a big shot. Jackie Ojaw coming towards the pivot line, takes a big shot, drops her briefly, slow getting up, but she is back up, back on the move, whipping around Wicked Vixen and grabbing another 5 points.
As we said before, very slippery floor, and concrete is completely unforgiving. There is no give whatsoever to a polished concrete floor.
Not at all, unless it's on your part, on your body. Yes, they tend to give much easier than the concrete. Oh, and another big hit. Jackie Ojala, boy, she was literally, her skates left the floor when she took that hit, and it looks like that is going to be, tough break, but Bohemian Bombshell getting called. Did not see exactly what they sent her to the box for.
Yes, unfortunately, I was looking at her flying through the air.
As I said, her
and making
feet
sure she
were
got
off
up.
the ground. Yeah, so definitely, again, and that was 2 in a row.
I say at one point her skates were level with her head.
Mm-hmm.
That's how hard she got hit. But right back up under 3 seconds and skated back around. So.
All right. Well, I just looked over and saw her giving her coach knuckles over there. So, fortunately, she survived that one, but definitely not feeling so good, I'm sure. But I'm sure we will see her back again shortly as we are back underway. That's Pootersmacker B1 for ICT under the star, and number 84. That is
Lollygagger.
Yes, as usual, Lollygagger not lollygagging out there, but she did get forced off the track in turn number 2. Looks like takes a bit of a hit, a shoulder to the face, going to send Seymour Skin to the box.
Yeah, no objection from Seymour Skin's like, yeah, I know I hit her. It's like, are you okay? She actually stopped and checked.
It's like, that's one of those
Yeah. It's good to see this. Like, are you okay? All right, good.
Yeah, well,
it's like, I'm going.
You know, that's the best part about Derby. It doesn't matter how hard these leaders are hitting each other. They're not out there to hurt anybody.
No, and it's all friendly competition.
It is. It's intense at times, but again, you know, like we just saw that moment of, are you okay?
Yeah.
Making sure, you know, because I know I just hit you and it was not legal. And so, again, I don't know where you're going to find another sport that actually offers you that kind of camaraderie.
Yeah, so the tempers will flare, but it's over very quickly. Everyone, you know, primarily concerned with the well-being of everyone. Nice to see a friendly competitive sport.
It is. And what a competition we've had all weekend long. Again, we've got all day today. We've got another full day tomorrow. Total of 42 bouts in 3 days here at Mayday Mayhem 2014, brought to you by Xerox Commercial Solutions. They are the presented by sponsor of Mayday Mayhem 2014. And as always, we appreciate ColoradoSports.TV for bringing us live and worldwide to the masses. If you're watching them, hit that donate button, whatever you can afford. Please, come on. It takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money to put this on, and ColoradoSports.TV definitely deserving to have a little bit recompense maybe for everything they've done. So again, hit that donate button, folks.
And that last jam ending, Dogpile Diva for ICT lead jammer gets up, shoots around the inside, sees Bomber from Babe City coming up on the pack, wisely calls off the jam, making it a 3-0 jam in favor of ICT.
Right, and approaching 7 minutes left in our bout. And another whistle blows, another jam begins, and that's going to be a Bomb Run Britt breaking free a lead jammer. 2 in a row for ICT. So now it's a matter of Lollygagger trying to get out, and they force her off the track coming into turn number 3. A great job. Final little shoulder shot to recycle her back, but it looks like we may have... Oh, nope, sorry. We have, that's going to be B1 Pootersmacker for ICT going to the box. Thought for a second that was Britt heading there, but I don't know how I figured that was Britt, since Britt is about half the size of Pootersmacker.
Bomb Run Britt getting through, seeing the Babe City's jammer, completing her initial pass, calls off the jam, picking up 4. So 4-0 now. That's 2 jams in a row. ICT is held Babe City scoreless.
Yes, that's exactly where ICT wants to be. I know for, you know, I know for a fact they wish this is where they started at the beginning of the second period with this kind of momentum. But, you know, I'll tell you what, both these teams are playing shorthanded starting. ICT had 11 or 10. Babe City had 11 to start. And I tell you what, they are just playing their hearts out.
And it looks like there's a last-second penalty being called on ICT's jammer. So Babe City now with the power jam. So whatever momentum ICT had has pretty much just gone out the window here.
Yeah, definitely. And that Bohemian Bombshell making the pass, grabbing the grand slam. But the power jam coming to a close as Bomb Run Brit heading around the track clockwise on the outside to rejoin play in turn number 3. But Bohemian Bombshell calls it off. I believe did pick up that second grand slam for a total of 10 points.
There's a lot of bomb names in this game here today.
Right?
Bohemian Bomber, Bum Run Brit, Beside a Bomber.
Right? As long as we're not dropping the bombs, we're okay.
Right.
Yes. And once again, we definitely appreciate RD Nation. It's a smarter way to derby, folks. They're bringing roller derby to the masses. They help leagues manage themselves better than they can skate, so they can skate more. And if you don't know what RD Nation is, they are the scoreboard. They're what you're seeing there on the bottom of your screen at home. They're providing the scoreboard here in-house, and you can download the free software at rdnation.com, and they also have a donate button, folks, because they put time and effort into creating that awesome product. Help them out. RD Nation, a smarter way to derby.
Beside a Bomber jamming for Babe City, already out in front, lead jammer on her first scoring pass. Jackie Ojaw jamming for ICT, still on her initial, stuck behind a 3-wall of Babe City defense. And forced to recycle back behind. Bomber not having it easy, though, trying to get it through a 2-wall up front, but I believe we're going to have a multiplayer block being issued there, and there it is. Bomber getting through for 5.
Yeah, it was a great job for her to just recover, keep on pushing through, and now ICT. Well, I tell you what, that is the number 16 of Annika Sorenslam. She is a hitter. She went from one side of the track, laying some smack down, jumped to the other side of the track, and unfortunately that's going to earn her a trip to the box. I think that was an out-of-play contact that's going to send her that time. But Bomber still trying to make some scoring passes here for Babe City. Jackie Ojot trying to get through. I believe still waiting for an initial pass for Jackie.
Yeah, very physical game here in the second half. The first half had some pretty decent hits, but as we're running down the clock here in the second half, it's getting more and more physical, which is typically what you see happen.
Well, that's it. ICT obviously doing, again, everything they can to stay in it. Once again, our point differential over 100 points between these two teams. ICT, they're seeing that scoreboard. They know. But, again, they have been fighters all weekend, and they're not stopping now.
No, nobody ever quits in roller derby. It doesn't happen.
Yep, that's exactly it. As we are back underway, under 3 minutes left on the period clock. That's Lollygagger out there for Babe City going up against, that's Dogpile Diva, who finally breaks free of the pack. But Lollygagger does pick up that lead jammer, so again in control of this clock.
And we've got Seymour Skins going into the box for ICT just as one of her blockers comes out. There's a multiplayer block she got tagged for.
And Lollygagger grabbing her 4 points, quickly calls off the jam, able to keep ICT scoreless that time around. So that is, we are slowly approaching that 200-point mark for Babe City. 196-81, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in our bout here on track 2 today for our second bout of the day on track 2.
All right, now ICT currently starting with a 1 skater disadvantage. They are 3 against 4 in the pack. Babe City up to full strength here.
And that's all of Mayhem for Babe City. Takes a big shot right about the jammer line. Has to get back up, start moving again as Bomb Run Brit runs through the pack. Lead jammer has been called. Oh, and a great job. That's Scott out there putting the hip out, trying to keep Olive back. But Olive does pick up a no pass, no penalty, but she is now eligible to score for Babe City.
I'm saying Beatrix Beatdown going to the box for a cut.
And I tell you what, that was a huge hit from Rachel Rage that she laid on number 4, Nerdzilla, halfway in between the jammer and pivot lines, just hit Nerdzilla so hard, lifted her up off her skates, dropped her on the outside of the track. Again, just one of those things about derby that you love, those great hits that people get up from.
Absolutely, Sassy. And 4-point score for ICT on that one, keeping Babe City under 200.
And guess what? We are under 1 minute on the period clock, folks. As it's been playing out, this could be our final jam.
But we're not going to say it's the last one yet, because it could not be.
It could be. It may not be. But as we are underway, that is Lollygagger. Yes, indeed, out there for Babe City. But Dogpile Diva grabbing the lead jammer quickly out of the pack coming out of turn number 2. And so we'll see what ICT has in store for the final 30 seconds on the period clock.
And Lollygagger just now making her initial pass through. So Dogpile Diva still has some time to put some points up before she does anything. 15 seconds left on the clock. She could call off the jam if a timeout is called quickly enough.
I bet we see that. There it is.
There, okay. Yep. ICT paying attention to the clock.
They did. So I am going to go ahead and jump out on that limb and say this will be our final jam
I do believe so,
of our
yes.
game here. And again, over 100-point differential. But ICT just bringing it. Again, not letting up, down, obviously shorthanded. And these ladies have just been playing their hearts out all weekend long. So definitely huge props to both these teams out there, ICT Roller Girls All-Stars and the Babe City Rollers All-Stars as well.
Yeah, so you're just looking at the track, you can see they're all tired, starting to breathe a little hard. But they refuse to give up. Everybody is still pushing as hard as they can.
Well, and just, again, the craziest thing, man, they're out there, they're breathing hard, they are worn out, but they're just out there laughing with each other and having a good time. Man, you gotta love roller derby. But, yeah, we are within, I'm showing 4 seconds on the period clock. So we are ready. Timeout is done.
And it looks like ICT is out of timeout, so even if they could miraculously get through in 2 seconds, call it off.
It's not happening. This is going to be our final jam of this bout. Bohemian Bombshell pushing for Babe City as ICT bridging, but not able to contain her. She does escape the pack as lead jammer. That is Bomb Run Britt. Taking shot after shot. Forced to recycle. And off the bench comes Primal Rachel. Rachel Rage Primal. Well, that was a good combination of names there. Rachel Rage. And she came off the bench, laid a huge hit. But we have got a power jam now for Babe City to wrap this one up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a tough break as Britt heads to the box.
Yeah, Bomb Run Britt got knocked out of bounds. The skater who knocked her out went down, but what Britt didn't see was the two that were in front of her that dropped back. So very, very tricky thing to be aware of, especially when you're being sent flying out of bounds. It's hard to keep an eye on the two that were in front of you on the inside that then drop back. So unfortunate, but it's just the way it goes sometimes.
It is the way it goes sometimes. And so Babe City coming out on top in this bout, 201-88. We got just under 15 minutes, and we should be getting ready to start. Again, the Cornhuskers taking on the Dreadnoughts in some men's derby action. And again, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back here in just under 15 minutes for more derby. I am MC Unreal.
I'm Rock the Mike.
And it's been a pleasure, folks. We'll be back here in just a little bit. Tune in 14 minutes.